welcome to the BiG Scuba Podcast. Thanks for downloading. Time to get on board and let's go diving. Mind those ropes.
My name is James Soos and I'm on the BiG Scuba Podcast.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the BiG Scuba Podcast. My name is Ian. This is episode 214 and with me always is...
Hello, my name is Gemma and welcome to the BiG Scuba Podcast.
Yes, and right from the top, let me tell you these episodes are sponsored by the lovely people at 90. They are, Gemma, Beyond
Technical, yes.
They
so
certainly
do
are.
Look them up at their website and learn more about what they're doing.
There it be. We've got a busy show coming up. We've got lots going on, lots to discuss. We've got a guest. He's second time around for the boy James. So we've got James Soos from Dive with Jimmy. He's joining us on this episode to have a chat about how he's gone from being a diver in the military and diving abroad, doing different things, guiding people around over there, to being back home and starting up his own dive centre in the Midlands. So he's going to come on talk about that. I've been diving at Spring Lakes. The BSAC report is out. DEMA is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And we should also mention today is Remembrance Sunday for everyone who served.
Yes, so hence wearing our red
100 odd
hoodies.
years.
Yeah. And as a podcast, we talk to people all around the world about the underwater world, being connected to the water. We've spoken to some well-known names, but we also speak to people that are just passionate about scuba diving or just being on the water.
Yeah, and there is something there for everyone. There's 200 odd episodes and been going back 5 years, so there'll be something there for it, and all free. We don't charge.
Yeah, and even if you're not a diver, you will find something there of interest. There's always some nuggets that come out of the conversation with the people that come on.
Yeah. What we've been up to. So last weekend I took the Honeymeister as it was half term. Took her to Spring Lake. So we were looking at either maybe Gildy, maybe Stony, but she's done Stony quite a bit.
Swanage was an option, wasn't it?
Swanage, looked at Swanage, but for us it's 5 to 6 hour drive, and the weather wasn't looking particularly good on the Saturday. On the Friday when we were looking to dive, and so we thought maybe leave that one. Cape and Ray is a fair old hike as well, and we just thought, well, where can we go where that we kind of know that we haven't dived a huge amount, and where we're going to know where we can go to, and that'd be really good viz. Spring Lakes.
Yeah.
And every time I've been to Spring Lakes, I have to say, straight away, always get a lovely warm welcome from Scoobs and his team. Always really helpful. And the water was about 10 degrees, a little bit fresh, so clear, crystal clear, and lovely, really lovely and clear, and lots to see. And we've mentioned before, on previous episodes, haven't we, that there's really good facilities and nice cafe there where you can get food, drink.
There's a water park if you're non-divers want to have some fun doing something else.
Spring Lakes is near Nottingham. I can't remember, what's the name of the
Long Eaton.
Long Eaton, that's it. If you're from the south, it's about another half an hour up the M1 from Stony Cove, or if you are coming from the north, then it's a little bit nearer to you. So have a look. It's near Nottingham anyway. But since we last were up there, which was only in the summer, wasn't it? Scoobs and his team have They put new railings out, so you can now kind of where it was more open to the water. Now there's like a fence where you can now back up to, so it's a bit more secure.
We've
And
seen it evolve, really, haven't we? And the attractions in the
we
water.
have,
They've put a
yeah,
couple
yeah,
more bits and
yeah.
pieces in the water.
And it's such a good water for especially for learning for those start off open water swim divers who first go in the water. It can be like the most nervous time. Great facilities where you very, very easy access to and exit points to the water.
Yeah, yeah.
And you've got you've got everything you need, like spare kit, weights, fins. Honey had a go in a Scuba Pro wing and loved it.
Yeah, so there's a good
Really
opportunity to
liked it.
try new equipment as well.
Yeah. So not Scuba Pro, it was a Cressy.
Cressy,
Sorry,
wasn't it?
Cressy. And it was she really liked that. And that was a nice looking setup as well. So I think yeah, she might be interested in getting a wing, I think. But yeah, we had a really nice dive up there. And if you're looking for somewhere for a training lake, it's really worth doing. Especially for the first day, like we often do across, up at Stony. The first day can be more of a shallow type dive, and then on the second day we'll go get a bit more depth. So we got to about 5 meters, so it's not the deepest of lakes, but for those first few dives for new divers, great place.
And testing new kit. If you've got some new kit,
Yeah.
then just bimble around there. And the beauty of it being so close to Stony or Dost Hill even is you potentially could split your dives one day, do Spring Lakes, and then go on another adventure at Stony or Dost Hill.
Yes, exactly. And I think it's also because like in shallow waters, it can be quite a testing thing to master your buoyancy as well.
Yeah.
Because if you get it wrong, you're going to be on the surface, So, it's definitely worth a consideration, even for tech divers who want to try out, just get in somewhere quick and they want to test out something particularly, or just work on their buoyancy and do everything there you need. They've got oxygen just right by the waterside. Scoobs stayed. He has a few jobs to do, so he stayed with us on the surface cover while we're in the water. And for anyone who's looking for somewhere different to dive, I can't recommend them enough.
Yeah, and it's good that you've come out of the water
We get nothing
happy.
from it. We it's just an honest review, and we do. We've got no financial ties. There's no gains at all. So it's and it's really good to see new people starting something new.
Yeah, yeah, and it's starting from sort of the basics, and we're seeing it evolve. We've been involved there just over a year. Yeah, our first dive, and then we've been there camping as well in a motorhome.
Yeah.
And then you've just been back there just recently.
Yeah, and it's a good one. It's quite good episode because this is we're talking to James about setting up a new dive center. It's been last year we had 2 or 3 big centers that all closed. Which is not good for the diving business, is it, in the UK? So it's really good when you hear when you hear people setting up new diving businesses.
Yeah, and bringing in those youngsters as well. And even on Halloween they did a night dive, didn't they?
They did, yeah, and that looked pretty good as well. Actually, I wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah, so it's it gives it, there's an atmosphere of fun and enthusiasm. I think that is what comes over from Scoobs and his team, isn't it?
Yeah. So that was good. We had a good time, and then we finished the weekend off in Cambridge and had a wander around there. Honey dragged me around the shops, and then we came home. So
well, nice little end to half term that was. So
yeah, it was, and I'm trying to get her in the water at least once a month. So keep the old diving skills up to date with them.
Yeah. It's just a changing temperatures and daylight. It just restricts some people on their diving,
Yeah,
doesn't
I
it?
suppose so. But 10 degrees is all right. That's okay. I think we started getting a little bit chilly towards the end, because it's a funny lake really in some regards because the water's so clear and there's lots to sort of like cruise around. You hardly move. You kind of you don't really like a stony and what have you. You kind of really do fin and get going and you know, uh, but we kind of just drift along a bit. You don't really move very much and don't use much air at all.
No. But there you go. It's a good place to consider. What the depth is, and for training purposes and testing kit. Then give them a
Yeah,
call.
yeah. In fact, talking about that, we've had we had somebody mention a dive site that we to try, and we haven't dived yet.
Yes. So, it was Jimmy in this coming episode. He mentions about Water Swallows Quarry.
Yeah.
A place to get depth. I think he said it was maybe 40 plus meters. But we haven't heard of it and I haven't looked it up yet. So if you've got any recommendations for dive sites outside of, the known ones like Cape and Ray, Raysbury, Gildy, Dost Hill and Stony, then, let us know because we're always interested in sort of finding these little hidden gems and
Yeah, it's like we've mentioned before briefly. I think we did with Jimmy that we've got to try this Neames as well, which is in Kent, Snodland. Unusual name.
I thought we were Snotland then.
I know. No, it's Snodland, Holborough Lakes, Snodland in Kent, and it's not far from that from St Andrew's Lake, the Blue Lake. It's all in that same sort of area, just off the M20. It's about a 2 hour run from here. So what to try that another day. And I think I was told about 11 meters deep.
Yeah.
But no one seems to be ever so quiet. So
No. But there we go. If you're listening, got any recommendations on dive sites, drop us a DM or an email and let us know.
Yeah. So that's that. We'll just carry on talking about dive sites in a minute because this weekend coming, I'm at Stony Cove. It's my last DM cover for the year. Where's that gone? Where's the year gone?
Yeah, it's just whizzed by. It's like we're halfway through November almost. We will be next weekend. And then
I should be up at Stony. Long as the weather's not absolutely horrid, then the flag will be up and the signs will be up. There'll be a free gift for anyone who come and leave their name. Many others have done before, but there'll be a free gift.
And we'll give you a shout out
sponsored by our lovely friends at 90. They'll be there for you.
Leave your name and write clearly so we can read your name.
Yeah, do write clear. Otherwise, I have to make them up.
Leave your name and we'll give you a shout out. Say where you're from, what dive centre you're related to, and anything else you want us to talk about. So
So do that. Come say hello and have a chat. Can't speak for long because obviously I'm sure Saturday's always busy, isn't it? Especially now now we're on winter time and at Stony. We'll have to be out of the water by 3:00.
Yeah,
so that's and half the time by the time you get in through the security gates and everything else, and given your passport and blood sample and everything else that you need to dive, then it's it can be quite late in the morning before we get in the water. So lots to do, lots to get through, but hey, it'll be fun.
Yeah,
so a fun weekend, and shout out to those who'll be up there this weekend.
Yes, and good luck if you're doing your open water or
pray for nice sunny conditions. Going on this week is DEMA. DEMA starts tomorrow,
and it's in Florida this year.
Yeah, so Mr. Clark, Tech Clark, previous guest, he's hosting again.
Yes, so there's lots of familiar faces at DEMA. Lots of guests we've spoken to will be there. Um,
Shout out
Stephen.
to the Women Divers Hall of Fame.
Yes,
You know who you
exactly.
are.
Yeah. Yeah, and there'll be all the brands there. So it's a good show to get together and network as well. Maybe one day we'll go and yeah,
That'd be nice. Yeah.
yeah,
Be good
just
to
to
get over
see
there.
what it's all about.
Yeah.
And we obviously have an equivalent in the UK in February, and that's called the Go Diving Show.
Yeah. So which we'll be looking forward to.
Mm.
Always good to network and catch up with people and
See familiar faces.
talk diving for a whole 2 days.
Yeah, so we look forward to that one. Um, we've seen the accident report from BSAC published this week.
Yeah. So go and download that. It's all on the website, ready to download or to flick through and
We'll put the
have
link
a
in the
look.
show notes as well.
Yeah, good idea. Always an interesting one to have a look through. Not in a macabre way, because it's not all deaths and stuff like that. Does talk about some deaths and stuff, but there's a lot on there. There's a lot of information. And if you've got, an interest in what goes on in diving, at the end of the day, diving's dangerous. We all know that. There is obviously a controlled risk to these things,
Mm.
but it's worth reading. It's worth going through. They've got a lot of stuff this year on the PLOs. Have I got that?
PFO. So that's basically a hole in the heart where obviously air bubbles can travel through. And
Well,
it's something
the one about the where your lungs bleed.
IPO.
Yeah, so they're
Yeah.
talking about them. There's a big section on that this time because they're looking at they're seeing more injuries which are coming from that type of
Mm.
illness, which is happening not just divers but to also swimmers as well, because a lot of the people who do triathletes, people who do outdoor swimming can get affected by it,
Mm.
and people who do free diving as well. So it's not all scuba diving related stuff.
Yeah. Well, we're all around water and being immersed in it, there again is a risk of something going slightly wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have a look at that, and I think there's also I read there's a section on buoyancy issues.
Mm.
They've highlighted a lot of it. It's been a year for lots of issues to do with buoyancy, especially to do with dry suits as well.
Mm.
Um, and not just inexperienced people, but experienced people having issues this year as well. So
Yeah.
have a look. There's quite a bit there to read. About 70 odd pages.
But you can also look
Oh,
at it as an educational
that's
read
how you
as
should
well.
look at it.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
that's how you
Yeah.
should look at it.
So that you can learn about the experiences that other people have had, and yeah, just it's education and yeah,
Well,
being
some of it
aware.
is regarded as near misses. They're not
Mm.
actual accidents where somebody's actually gone wrong, as where somebody's actually got hurt, but it's a near miss where somebody potentially could have got hurt, but actually they've recorded that as well. And
Mm.
so that it definitely should be regarded as a thing to read and educate. And I'm pretty sure some of the clubs will talk about some of the things on there as well.
Mm. Yeah, that's good that it's done.
So
Yep.
yeah, yeah. What else we got to talk about? I think that is kind of it. Apart from Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. Time to get your Christmas presents.
Yeah, so we've got lots of options for gifts. So we work with Happy Bottles. So they produce tumblers and flasks that keep your drinks hot or cold, and
Yeah,
they're proven. We love them. We use them every day.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Dropped mine off the van loads of times. It still
they're
bounced.
robust, yes, definitely. Waterhall, so they're known for their sunglasses and litter pick equipment, all made out of recycled fishing net and ghost gear. So that's a good environmental present, and they've got gifts, from all price ranges. They even do these brilliant 52 litre kit boxes, perfect for divers.
Yeah.
And I think they're retailing about £30, and they're all made, from recycled plastic.
Yeah.
And we've got a couple coming, so we'll be able to, do a little unboxing and
Yeah, come in
put them to
handy
use.
there. We'll do put the kit in.
You can use yours at Stony at the weekend.
I thought, yeah, if they arrive in time, then yeah,
Well,
definitely.
should be here Tuesday. Yeah. McConk's again, great paddleboard company. So they do paddleboards, they do the accessories. Have a look at their website. The link is in the show notes. There's a code for a discount if you do order
Yeah,
anything.
lovely paddle boards, really well made, aren't they?
Yeah, be a perfect day today, wouldn't it?
Yes, nice here. Hardly cloud in the sky here today.
No. And then Amazon, we've got a store on Amazon. So we put plenty of different book options. So if you've got somebody that loves reading about diving, there's all sorts of, we've got some stories, underwater stories. So have a look and click the link and get your gifts in early. We're heading towards the middle of November. So,
and we should also say as well, if you think about Christmas gifts, for NART as well, because NART do lots of different things as well, not always expensive stuff. Like they'll do, they'll say a cover. So if your partner's got sheer water and you can buy them, like I think about £10, £11, something like that.
they're not
Don't hold me
expensive.
to that, but they're inexpensive. You can get like a rubber cover to go over your sheer water or your partner's sheer water computer to protect it.
Yeah.
So lots of things like that and bigger stuff as well.
Yeah, if you've got a bit more in the budget, they're plugging the moment a wireless sensor that links up to the Halcyon Symboss computer or HUD. So rather than have all the wires go up your sleeve underwater, you can have this wireless connection that sends all the information back to the computer on your arm. So it's pretty good and pretty good technology as well, isn't it?
Yeah, they are on it. And we also do stuff with Fourth Element as well. We often share links with Fourth Element goods. So have a look at that as well, because there's plenty there. Lots of T-shirts, things like that, hats,
yes, great
gloves,
gifts.
You name it. So that's that. Right. Mr. Soos, we'll get him on in a minute. So he's talking to us about, as we said, opening up his dive centre. I've seen him up at Stony with students in the week and at weekends, taking people in the water. He's a training leader, I think, for BSAC, doing quite a bit for them, and also SSI.
Yeah.
And he's also got an expedition coming up in the next couple of years, isn't it?
To the Britannic. Yeah. So pretty major. We first spoke to James back in September 2023. So if you look back, that is episode 139. And at that point, he was based in Greece and doing his diving there. Yeah. And then from there, after we spoke to him, he went to Truk and Bikini. And then now he's opened his dive centre. So in the space of just over 2 years, he's done, an awful lot.
Yeah. So definitely want to make sure you're following him on social media, and you've got any training needs and you're based in the Midlands particularly, then make sure you make contact with him. Yes,
and again, he comes over really enthusiastic. Love seeing people progress through the ranks, and will do anything to guide them through and advise and take them to that next level of diving.
Yeah. Excellent. Right, should we get him on?
Yes. So this is James Soos and episode 214.
My name is James Soos and I'm on the BiG Scuba Podcast.
Hello, welcome to the BiG Scuba Podcast, and you're a second time visitor to the podcast.
Yeah, second time round. Big changes since the last time we spoke.
Exactly, yeah. So we spoke to you, it was episode 139, and I think it released around about the 1st of September 2023. So doesn't seem that long ago, but it sounds a long time ago.
In fact, wasn't it a really sunny day as well when we spoke to you, which is completely opposite to what it is today?
Yeah, completely different. I was sat at the Temple of Poseidon in Greece when we spoke last. and now I'm sat in North Bedfordshire.
So quite a change of scenery. Yeah, because we had the temple behind you when we spoke before.
That's it, yeah.
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 So yeah, we spoke. We were talking about the wrecks and how diving had changed in Greece, and a couple of weeks later, I sent you a voice note, and I jumped on a plane all the way to Truk Lagoon. So yeah, so it was
We'll
one
cover
change
that.
to another.
We'll cover that in a minute. We like to get in right from the start. We want to know what does being under the water and what does being underwater and close to the water mean to you? What does it mean?
It's my happy place. It's where I go and I feel most at home. It takes away all the stresses of being on land, being underwater. It's quiet. There's amazing things to see, and we do it with some pretty amazing people.
Yeah. And you've covered a lot. When you look at your website, the things you've covered and can, train people on, there isn't a lot left, is there really?
No, not a lot. We're on the road to being AP CCR Mod 2 instructor and be able to teach that. And then the next step is Mod 3 and 100 meters. So
Wow, that'd be
not a
good.
lot left.
Yeah. So when we initially spoke to you, we spoke to you in Greece where you were doing, some diving. And then from there, you went to Truk and Bikini. And then, a bit of a journey you've had.
Yeah,
Been
so
on a
we
journey.
we have. We'd not long moved to Greece, and I discovered the incredible diving out in Greece, including the Britannic. Then it was a whirlwind on a plane, London to Paris, Paris to Seoul, Seoul to Guam, Guam to Truk. And I got on the boat in Truk after 2.5 days of traveling, and was told, build your kit, we're going for a dive. And I think my first dive was on the Kensho Maru into the engine room. So a pretty good first dive in Truk Lagoon. And then finished there in April 2023. And had 2 weeks in the Philippines, and then flew over to Bikini Atoll, or Kwajalein, where we got the boat from, and then 10 trips to Bikini in my time on the boat.
Yeah. And was that as a guiding kind of diver?
Yeah, so I initially went over as the assistant cruise director for Master Liveaboards, and then was promoted to cruise director aboard the Pacific Master, or the MV Taka, as she was known. And yeah, giving the briefings, guiding people that wanted guiding, figuring out the wrecks for myself, doing some of my own diving, taking some photos, and yeah, a bit of gas filling while I was there as well, and a bit of teaching the staff how to do gas blending as well.
Yeah. And was this all on open circuit that you were covering there?
No, so I was quite fortunate. So I took open circuit kit, but I also managed to take my rebreather as well. So clocked up a lot of dives and a lot of hours on the rebreather.
Yeah. And what do you use?
So I dive in AP Inspiration. It was the first unit I got, and we're still going with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beats laying down in the dark hole at Stony then.
Yeah, definitely. Particularly at the moment with the visibility not so good.
No.
Yeah, but close your eyes and you come back to, you could be anywhere.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was some adventure you've had around the world.
Yeah, quite literally flew around the world.
Yeah. Yeah. So from Bikini, where did you go then? Because I think we met you at the Go Diving show. That
Yeah.
must have been 2024.
2024, yeah. So went back to Greece, stayed in Greece until the summer of 24. Saw you at the Go Diving show, where we'd come up with the idea that we were moving back to the UK and we were going to open a dive centre.
Yeah. So what made you think from doing all the adventures around the world that you wanted to get back to the UK and dive centre?
Part of it was taken out of our hands with the whole Brexit issue and visas. And me and my wife have lived overseas, we've worked overseas, and we wanted a bit of normality back. Actually spending some time in the same place was nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, we decided that she'd finish out in Greece, I'd get a head start here in the UK, and the rest is history. We've been in the UK for nearly just over a year now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So eventually you have to put some roots down, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. And there's no place like home.
No.
Mm. Yeah. So where did the idea come for setting up the dive centre?
We looked at what was around. Obviously, being a veteran, I was looking for jobs, and I kind of came to the conclusion that I didn't really want to work for someone else. So why not do what I love and open that door to people in the local area? There hasn't been a dive centre in Bedford for about 20 years.
No,
So,
really?
so the people of Bedford have had a couple of BSAC clubs, but no dive centre. So we thought, why not? It's where we're from. We know the area. Why not just go for it?
Yeah. So
And
was that
what's the diving sort of circuit like in Bedford? Is it strong? Because it's quite away from any, seas, isn't it?
Yeah,
UK.
I think we're the most landlocked county in the country, but we've got a good swimming pool. So we've got a 4 meter deep pool that we use for training,
That's good.
and we're only an hour and a quarter from Stony Cove.
Yeah.
So we're quite lucky. We've got Stony Cove, Gildenburg, and Raisbury all within sort of an hour and a quarter.
Mm.
And then if we want to go further afield, we've obviously got Cape and Ray, and we've been at Dorothea 4 times this year. So
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So was it quite a adventure opening a dive centre?
yeah, lots of ups, lots of downs, but it's like anything. We're seeing the rewards now of hard work. The name's getting out there, and we just want to offer the best service we can to people.
Yeah. You must have been opening when the other one, there was a couple that closed last year, wasn't there? And do was there anyone people telling you, this is not a good time to be opening dive centers at the minute?
No one said it openly.
Right.
We did get told a few months later that it probably wasn't the best time to open, but we've put all their fears to the side, and we're 18 months in.
What was the view? What was the reasoning because of that?
I don't know. I think it was a bit of a tough market. It's
But it's
an
always a
area.
tough market, and is there ever a good time to be opening? Because when you look at what's going on, not just in the diving world, but in paddleboarding and other sports, unless it's football, fishing, or darts, all the other sports are quite small in comparison, aren't they?
Yeah, so diving is actually a shrinking sport at the moment.
Mm,
We need to inject more life back into it and get the younger generations um, into the sport to try and backfill
yeah,
the instructor gaps that are going to appear eventually. I look at the instructors that I learned under and go, well, there's an age gap between me and them. I'm trying to fill that gap, but then who's coming in behind me to fill those gaps? So we run a kids club, so we're trying to introduce kids into diving, snorkeling, free diving, and see if they're interested in taking it further. And you never know. All it takes is one
yeah.
interaction to spark the imagination.
Yeah. So what agencies do you work with?
So we teach BSAC and SSI. So we're a technical centre for both, a rebreather centre for both, and we teach the open water and up, basically.
Yeah. So how was the introduction of a new dive centre in Bedfordshire taken? Did you get immediate response, or was it a bit of a struggle?
Yeah, we had a good initial response. We hosted an open day to kind of say, look, we're here now. We've had good reception. We work closely with the BSAC club that's in the town. There were two, unfortunately. Now there's only one. But we've also got Milton Keynes, Luton. So there are an abundance of divers that are looking for training or gases or just equipment servicing.
Yeah, well, that's good. There's someone central where they can go to without travelling too far.
Yeah, and because of where we are, we're quite fortunate. We can do pickups, drop-offs, meet people halfway if they need to. Our opening hours are designed that people can come on a lunch break or come after they finish work. Our pool session is designed the same way, that people can roll straight from work to the pool, have all their kit ready at the pool for them, and then jump in and enjoy an hour and a half in the water.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's good.
Yeah, so Stony Cove is your go-to for open water, is it?
Yeah, Stony Cove at the moment is the go-to. We were working out the other day. I've been something like 13 times a month constantly this year. So very, very regularly.
Yeah.
Have you tried Spring Lakes yet?
We went up to Spring Lakes with Scoob for his Snork Fest. We didn't manage to get in the water that day, unfortunately, but it is on our radar to go up there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What did you think?
Free divers. Once he finishes what he wants to do with moving from the main lake to the lake he's on, it'll be an incredible sight.
Yeah, we've dived it a couple of times, and yeah, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea because it is, it's only a few meters deep, but obviously there are plans ahead. But yeah, for the facilities there, it's really, really good. You've got showers, changing, air fills, nice cafe.
Yeah, everything you need is there, ready to go.
Yeah, so I'm sure they'll, do really well, as they evolve as well. So it's nice to see another dive centre, sort of coming out, from the very beginnings and evolving and growing.
Yeah, definitely. And I think what Scoob is doing, it's really good for the area. It's great for instructors, and it's another place that so if people don't want to go to Stony Cove, for whatever reason, it's busy, they've got a secondary place that's not too far away.
Yeah. It's nice having the alternate option, isn't it, really?
Change of scenery.
Yeah, well, exactly, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And knowing that you've got similar facilities there as well. I mean, it's just it's good to mix things up sometimes.
Yeah, you can go to the same place so many times before you need a change. And we're humans. We're creatures of habit, but even we get bored after a while.
Oh, you do, yeah. You're going around the same route, especially when you do, because open water's quite a lot. You're just going around the same routes and stuff like that, don't you? It's nice to mix it up.
Yeah,
definitely. And it gives students a different place to dive as well, rather than we're going to spend the next 3 dives on the shelf at 6 meters.
Yeah.
Well, we can do one day at Spring Lakes, then we can do the next day at Stony Cove. So then they're not going around the same route that they've already done.
Yeah.
Partially done. So it is nice to mix it out.
Yeah, and it's variety. And in terms of retention of students and divers, do you find that a difficult thing to keep people within the centre? Because we see it a lot with other dive centres. They get their qualification, they might do it for a reason because they're going on a liveaboard, and then they just disappear or they give up.
We haven't really found that. We've found that we've built quite a good client base. We've had people come from Try Scuba who are now pushing because they want to go and do a twin set course. So they've come through, try scuba, open water, they've got the dry suit, nitrox, deep, and now they're clocking up their dives because they want to go on the technical journey.
Yeah.
So we're finding that. And then we've built up people, they've come and done training, and then they've gone, well, can you help me buy kit? Can you, if I get my own cylinder, can you fill it for me? So we have got that retention there, and we've got a really, really good group of divers.
That's good.
We're
to
always
hear.
open to more.
Yeah. And more will come as time goes on, won't it?
Yeah.
You know.
This episode is brought to you by Narked at 90, the cutting-edge pioneers in the world of diving equipment. Meet the founders, John Routley and Brent Hudson, who have logged thousands of mixed gas dives over the past 3 decades. About 20 years ago, these experienced technical divers combined their passion for diving and engineering skills to create Narked at 90. Whether you're new to diving and ready to take it up a notch, have a fair amount of experience, or are considering a transition into technical diving, we highly recommend Narked at 90. They're ready to advise on the best equipment and setup for your personal and commercial needs. Narked at 90 also has extensive hands-on experience with shearwater and ratio dive computers, being the longest-serving UK service centre for these brands. They're ready to offer technical support, servicing, repairs and upgrades for all shearwater and ratio computers past and present. In addition to shearwater and ratio, Narked at 90 stocks and supports many other brands such as DiveSoft, JJCCR, Hollis, Revo and Kiss rebreathers. The diving community is always enthusiastic about Narked at 90, and it's easy to see why. Here are just a few reasons. Full head servicing for rebreathers from various manufacturers, bespoke cable assemblies, advice on specific fitting requirements, suggestions and guidance for home builds, computer laser cutting and engraving, CNC milling and turning, pressure testing to simulate 400-metre dives. We're thrilled to partner with Narked at 90, a company that has ignited so much passion for diving and has been incredibly supportive and innovative in producing and selling dive equipment. Visit narkedat90.com to see why they're a renowned name in diving. Stay updated on their insights and offers by following them on social media. Just search for Narked at 90 on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram and hit that follow button. Yeah. It's having that...
Are you diving all year, all through the winter?
Yeah, we'll be diving all through the winter. We've got some rebreather courses coming up and some open circuit tech courses. We find that they're best taught in the winter. The Viz at Stony will clear up. The Viz at Dorothea is clearing up. The Viz at Wastwater might get a bit better if we're lucky. But yeah, all through the winter we'll keep going.
Yeah. The visibility at Stony has not been the best just recently.
It was a bit murky last week, but I'm pretty sure that'll clear.
Yeah. Give it a couple of months and it will really clear up.
In those colder months.
It was quite quiet last week, actually. It's only about 80 tickets sold on the Saturday. There's a few more on the Sunday. But yeah, it was noticeably really quiet Saturday because like the time before that was September when it was rammed. It was really, really busy. It was packed out.
Yeah, it's been some real busy days up there. Trying to book parking and getting up there for a decent time. I think the worst one was I was 3 cars from being put in the top car park.
Oh no.
And I had the truck full of kit.
I did that once, never again. I was like, it's just too much hassle.
Yeah, I actually spoke to one of my work colleagues and she'd cycled to Stony Cove yesterday and said it was absolutely rammed.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, so... Yeah. So, but it's a Sunday, isn't it? Maybe that's a busier day than Saturday.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
I think quite a few people go on a Sunday rather than a Saturday. We have found Sundays are a little bit busier than a Saturday.
Completely different to weekdays when we've been and you have the place to yourself. It's bliss.
Yeah, that's great. We've got a couple of courses this week, and we're hoping that it's going to be nice and quiet.
That'll be good when that pub is fully opened, that'd be really impressive, I think, when that's all done.
Yeah, and then finish a course, have a post-course drink, whether alcoholic or non-alcoholic, and get people qualified.
Nice place. So you're organising a trip to the Britannic?
Yeah. So end of 2027 and or 2028, we've got a few windows that we can go and dive it in. Normally around the end of September, beginning of October, or sort of May time.
So what's the thinking about going to the Britannic then?
It's been on my list since I started diving. Obviously you had Simon Mills on not that long ago. Listen to that and got a little bit of inspiration. I know several of the people that were on his last expedition. And having lived in Greece and not been able to dive it, it's that one wreck that's evaded being able to be dived. So and there's history behind it. And as a veteran, it's a little bit of connection with the past for me. So yeah, let's go and take a look at it. And
it's a deep one. What's that, about 120 meters, isn't it?
About 85 to the top and 115 to the bottom, I think.
So
it's where it's sat between just off the coast of Kia, can sometimes have some big currents.
So are you looking for people to kind of approach you, they want to do it, or are you reaching out to people that you want to take with you?
So at the moment we have an info night online coming up that we will basically say, look, these are our rough plans. It is only small teams of 8 divers per trip, so it's quite selective almost, but the time frame gives people time to get trained. So if they can't quite make it now, they've got just over 2 years, well, 3 years from now, to potentially be ready, be prepared to go on.
How many trips are you looking to do?
It depends on people. Obviously we can only take 8 at a time, which means it's very, very small. So if the need arises, we'll run 2, 3, 4 trips even. Who knows?
Yeah. And what's the level of training and ability these people need to have to do this trip?
So we're looking at rebreather only, unfortunately. Open circuit, that I don't even want to think about the gas. So we're looking at rebreather mod 3 level, so 100 meters, with sort of 50 dives, 75 meters and beyond, and DPV qualified ideally. If the currents pick up and we get blown off, we need to be able to get back to shot lines to ascend and do our decompression stops. Because we're looking at about 25 minutes on the bottom max for about 3 hours. Deco.
So DPVs, you mean scooters?
Underwater scooters.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's another little toy that we've picked up this year to play with. So yeah, great fun whizzing around Stony Cove.
I know, I'm so tempted.
You have to come.
I do. I really want to do it. So get one at some stage. They just look too good not to.
Yeah. So with people sort of thinking about doing this trip expedition, they do need to be DPV qualified and actually have a means of a scooter or whatever to, when the dive happens.
Yeah. So the dive centre we use out in Greece, they have a few DPVs, but again, we're looking at different ways that we can get the kit and equipment that we need over to Greece. Obviously, some batteries in them can't fly, so we're looking at logistics of driving. It's about 1,900 miles from Calais, so we can drive gear over, softener line gases, DPVs, rebreathers. We can drive it. and then people can just fly in. The airport's about 45 minutes from the centre, and they haven't got to worry about carrying all that extra kit with them through the airport.
Yeah, you want your own kit, really, don't you, when you're doing a dives like that, I guess.
Yeah, it gets to a point where you want your own kit, but then you realise how much it's going to cost you to fly it.
Yeah,
and you go, let's see if I can rent it when I'm there. So.
Yeah. Well, it's exciting. So have you had much interest so far?
Yeah. So we've got about 350 people registered interest for the webinar. So, and that keeps going up and up each day. So we'll see how many people turn up.
Yeah. So is that worldwide, UK based?
We haven't restricted it to the UK. We just put the event out on to Facebook through the Dive Centre, and it's just grown way beyond anything we could have imagined. We thought, we'll get about 20 people, and now we're looking at Google Meets and going, right, how can we host this safely? So we've got a few things we need to look at, but the info night will tell you everything that you need to know about the trip.
Yeah. So if people want to learn more about the trip, even if they miss the kind of online thing, they just go to your website?
So there's nothing on the website at the moment. We're looking at whether to put something on the website. If it's something that people want, we can definitely do that. Or just drop me an email. Or come and speak to me next time you see me at Stony Cove or somewhere else.
Yeah.
We're always out diving, and that's all we always love talking about diving.
Yeah. Well, for the listeners, we'll put the links to your website and email address in the show notes. And then, if they listen to this and they're keen, they can, make contact.
Yeah, get on the old list there.
Yeah. So what's the sort of next few months looking like for you? Have you got any trips planned, or is it just training, dive centre stuff?
So some training coming up. No trips at present. We're hoping, now things in the Middle East have calmed down a little bit, that we might try and run a trip to Jordan next year.
Why Jordan?
So Emma lived in Jordan for 4 years, and we haven't been back since 2022. So there is some fantastic diving there.
Is there?
So most of it's shore-based. You can do some bits by boat, but you've also got Petra, Wadi Rum. You've got all the old Roman settlements in Amman. You've got the Dead Sea, because it is on the Red Sea. So, you get all the same marine life as Egypt, but a lot quieter.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Why is it quiet like that? Is there a reason why is it just like under the shadow of the Red Sea?
I think so. I think it comes down to neighboring countries as part of it as well. When you look at Jordan on the map, it's the hole in the donut of countries. But it's an incredible country. The people are amazing. It's one of the only places I've seen the Milky Way.
Really?
Yeah, we stayed in Wadi Rum in the desert, and about 3 o'clock in the morning, you could see the Milky Way with 5 planets and the moon. Just incredible.
Yeah, you didn't really think of Jordan as when you as a dive destination, do you? That really.
No, and this is what we want to show people, that it's 20 minutes further by flight than Cyprus. Yeah, you've got the Red Sea marine life. You can do shore diving, you can do boat diving, you can do recreational diving, you can do tech diving. It has just about everything for every level of diver.
Yeah, that's interesting. And have they got quite a good dive community in Jordan locally?
Yeah, they have. There's a big group of divers that go out every couple of months and clean up the marine parks, and they do organized beach cleanups, reef cleanups. The king himself is a massive diver.
Is he? Where's he
So
get him on? 10
he
million,
might be up for
right?
it. So he sunk a few things for divers. There's an underwater military museum that's got some tanks, some Apaches.
Yeah. Wasn't it? Was it there where they sunk that 747?
No, so
Was
there
that
is
Dubai?
there is a TriStar there, but trying to think where that 747 was. Wasn't it Qatar or somewhere?
It was somewhere like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good, isn't it? Because everybody maybe kind of gravitates to the Red Sea and liveaboards, but knowing there's something else, and we've never had Jordan mentioned on the podcast. This
I don't
is a
think so. I
first.
don't think we've had a guest from there either, have we?
No, or even as a dive location. So
Yeah.
so you're bringing something new to the podcast there.
We try.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't know whether there's because we've obviously met at the Go Diving Show several times, whether there's any travel agencies that appear there from Jordan. I can't say I
don't think there is.
No.
It's not one of the places that people, as you said, jumps to people's thought of going, let's go diving. But you can do sort of a week's worth of diving, 2-3 dives a day, then make your way back up to Oman by going via Wadi Rum, go and see Petra, one of the 7 wonders of the world. Think you're Indiana Jones, and then make your way back up to Oman and homeward bound.
Well, Mark's a regular listener to the podcast, so when he hears this, that you're giving him ideas for the Go Diving Show.
Yeah, and I know people. There's a lot of people that just like going on a boat, doing their dives, fly home. But obviously, there's a lot of people that want to mix things up, isn't there? From diving, seeing, the country they're actually in, and getting a bit of the culture.
Definitely, and the culture is incredible. People are just so friendly. You've got the Bedouins that live in the desert, to the Jordanians that are in the dive centers, in the restaurants, up in the city. It's kind of got everything.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that a bit more.
Yeah,
definitely, because it's it's good to bring something new to people that have only known the Red Sea. Maybe it's just something a bit different.
Yeah, if people don't know it's there, then they might not look for it. So
yeah, and we know you're a big fan of diving in Greece as well, so that's got a lot to offer everybody as well, and that's much closer to home to the UK.
Yeah, so Greece, 2.5, 3 hours away. Again, great diving for a variety of skill levels, from open water all the way through to Mod 3 rebreathers, 100-meter open circuit divers. There's a lot of history. I think the oldest shipwreck there is about 2,500 years old.
Yeah, I was at Eurotech when they were talking about that, and that's quite interesting how they'd excavated one of them wrecks and found all these pots all still full of wine and other stuff and fruit and things like that. Be down there all that time.
Yeah,
pretty amazing.
It's incredible.
100 meters down that was, and they had a lot of this metal frame with lights and stuff, and they dropped the thing over, and the people were down there doing the excavate and finding all this stuff at those depths. Takes some doing.
Yeah, definitely takes a lot more doing than putting a single cylinder on and just go for a bit more.
Yeah. So have you got any sort of aspirations to take your diving further than where you are now?
We're looking at going down the instructor trainer road. So then we'll be looking to offer instructor level courses. And just onwards now to Mod 2 rebreather, and then Mod 3 and 100 meters. So we've already got the 60-meter open circuit side. We're just catching up with the rebreather.
Yeah. So will that be on BSAC, SSI, or both?
Hopefully both.
Yeah.
Hopefully both. and then we'll just keep going and see whatever people want to do.
And do them two work well together?
Yeah, not too bad. Obviously, BSAC has some different skills that SSI have, but they're both globally recognised. You get some people that only want to do BSAC. So we've had a few serving military that come through because they couldn't get it through the AT program, but they needed BSAC. And then you've got people that want to go traveling, so they opt for SSI.
Yeah. And the SSI is all digital as well, isn't it? So
being all digital now, it makes life so easy. We can track where the students are in their learning. We can see where they are with their exams, and we can cover things off that they need help with, either at the dive centre on a Zoom call like this or on the phone.
Yeah.
It makes everything so much more accessible for everyone.
Is it the same on BSAC?
BSAC are moving to it.
Right.
They've currently only got the diver level programs, but they are looking to try and add more and more to their new system.
Yeah.
And it's good that you've got this kind of next level what you're offering, because not every dive centre will do rebreather diving, I guess, or go to mod 3. That's quite a bit further down the line, so you've definitely paving a path for yourself.
Trying to there's people out there that want to do these levels of courses, and if there's nowhere that's offering them apart from somewhere overseas, not everyone wants to go over to Malta, Cyprus, Greece to do these kinds of courses. They want to do them at home with the option of going home, like dive a day, go home, have a couple of days break, carry on diving. So that's where we fit in.
Yeah, that's really good, having that facility. So for your sort of 100-meter dives, where do you do your training in the UK? Is that Dorothea?
If it's BSAC, we can use Dorothea. But for anything else, we've got to go either to the likes of Wastwater or find a site at sea, which makes it a little bit more difficult with weather windows. Or we do the majority of the training here. So we do some of it at Stony Cove, build up and go to Wastwater or Dorothea. And then unfortunately jump on a plane, go somewhere for a couple of days and do one last dive to get that tick in the box.
Not many sites around here where you can get those sort of depths, is there?
No, there's some out of Plymouth, but again, you're beholden to the weather. If you catch that bad weather window, it can change everything.
Do you do many sea diving trips through the club?
We haven't done to date because we've been getting people signed off courses. We've had a few trips booked personally for this year, but they've all been blown out, unfortunately. It's been quite a bad year for weekend diving. I think the wind kind of looks and goes, everyone's diving that weekend. Let's change that, and we'll be nice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, it's been a bit windy.
Sounds about right. We had a close one at Farnes, didn't we? And one of the days we only got one dive in, and the rest of it he was struggling to get us in, really. But he managed to get us in, but weren't a lot of choice.
Not a lot of variety with the dive sites, no.
Yeah, it happens. It's the nature of the sport. So we have to take the highs with the lows.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see different dive locations as well. It's just it's just you've got to accept that you might not get out on the boat, and you might might be coming back sooner than you thought.
It's UK diving.
Yes.
So, but no, that's good. Well, it sounds like things have really sort of moved on quite a lot from when we spoke to you previously.
Yeah, definitely changed since we last spoke.
Yeah, no, that's really good. So, well, we'll put the details of the website and your email in so people can make contact, and especially if they're in your location and they're thinking about getting into the diving sport and getting their into
definitely.
seeing what it's all
Yeah, we need to
about.
combat it. When you look at the diving numbers at BSAC, is a steady decline. And I think whatever we do, find means of getting youngsters into the sport and then carrying on. I think it's got to be, got to be found really. And I think we all got a part to play in that.
Yeah, I think we're all ambassadors for the sport. And I think at the moment with the social media presence that people have at the moment, you kind of go, well, I've got this bucket list of 1,000 items. I need to get everyone ticked off. And scuba diving might be on there, but it might just be go for a try dive, right? Scuba diving done, on to the next thing. And we need to give people a good introduction to the sport to try and keep them coming back.
Yeah, that's right. I think we spoke to somebody quite recently and they said maybe people do have this list. It's just like tick, I've climbed Snowdon, tick, I've done a try dive, tick, I've run a marathon or half marathon. And it is these bucket list things, but there's no longevity in it. It's just kind of it's kind of achievement, but then you move on to the next thing without giving it any sort of time and passion.
I think social media can be a double-edged sword at times because although social media is a good way of advertising and showing the popularity of the sport, the downside of social media shows that people see, especially when they're diving, people like D or my D and some of these other people that dive in these lovely clear waters, tranquil, they're bright blue and all that. And then in this country, they're not always like that, unfortunately, and it's cold. And the amount of people who I spoke to who are non-divers and have this belief that in the UK there's not much to see, there's no wildlife, we don't have things to look at. It's always dark and cold, isn't it? And it's not. We've all seen some amazing stuff in the UK, and I think the downside of social media is that they see all these lovely clear pictures and amazing stuff, and then in the UK, unfortunately, that's not like that in reality. Unfortunately, it is sometimes, but for a lot of people, especially when they do their open waters and they go to Stony or Gildenberg or Raysbury or wherever, and there's no sharks, there's no giant rays to look at and turtles and things like that.
I agree. We don't have that clear blue, but we have some incredible things to see, as you said, Ian. We've got an abundance of history all around the British Isles. We've got the seals up in the Farns.
Do you think the courses today reflect modern times? Do you think they could do with a refresh? Because I look at the paddy course. I only know the paddy ones because of what I do for Crystal Seas, and I look at that and I think, do you know what? It's not tailored for modern day, in my view. And some of you might argue against it, I'm sure. I don't think they're tailored for modern day teaching and modern day diving. They were 10 years ago, but we've moved on.
Yeah, I mean, this is why we like the SSI system. You can move some of the skills around. So if a diver is struggling with a skill, you can move on to another one and come back to it, which makes it slightly less rigid than other programs. There are things that need updating, and they will get round to those, but theories have changed. I mean, I taught a course earlier this year, 60-meter course, and some of the material needed an update.
Yeah.
And I know that the update is coming. So it's getting people to write the updates or find the problems, identify the problems, and then make those changes, which can sometimes be a lengthy process.
Yeah.
If it's a BSAC course, it's all written by either members of HQ or volunteers. So they don't have a team that specifically sits and writes materials. SSI's materials are updated on a very regular basis. They've just updated their advanced open water to conform with everyone else.
Yeah.
So there are changes constantly, and I think they are for the better. They will get better.
I think one of the things that gets missed in today's open water, and I'm going to generalize because I don't know BSAC and SSI, but there doesn't seem to be a course to teach students how to use a dive computer. You know, we teach use tables, and they're like, and people look confused, and some of them get it, some of them don't. And I understand the whole idea that, you know, you should learn the tables, the dive tables and stuff like that. But in today's world, we have to learn these tables because of our dive computers might not work. And I look at it and I think, well, why are we asking them to learn how to use a fax machine when I've got this thing called an iPhone? You know, my iPhone don't go wrong. My dive computer, I've done 500 dives on it and it's been fine. And if it did go wrong, well, you know, I probably wouldn't dive the rest of the day, and until I got it fixed, and then I'd borrow one or something like that, you know. And I kind of think from a marketing and business point of view, what a great way, because we like our kit, don't we? We like kit, you know.
Yeah.
Fishermen love their kit. If you're a carp angler, you have all this kit. If you're a tech diver, you have all this kit, you know. And for a business point of view, what a great thing to say to these, you know, people coming in. You have this lovely computer, and that tells you what to do with diving. You know, it's been tried and tested. And yeah, they're a few £100, you know, but yeah, something we could lend you, and you'll get into it. And I think for a business point of view, is an opportunity to make a sale. And if you want to learn the dive tables, add that on as an option, you know, and we'll teach you all about that. Or when you do your next level course, that'll be part of it, because now you've done a bit of diving and you understand all that, you know. And I think of things like that, you know. I don't think there's any courses about dive computers and getting students how to use a dive computer when we go diving. It's probably one of the biggest things that we have on our arm.
Yeah. So SSI have a computer course.
Yeah.
When we first started, we offered that as part of the open water course.
Right.
But we quickly found that it went into a lot of knowledge that open water divers didn't need to know. They didn't need to know about using 1.6 partial pressure. They didn't need to know about decompression algorithm. They needed to know this dive computer is on your wrist. It tells you how long you've been there, what depth you're at, and how much NDL you've got left.
Yeah.
Ideally, we don't let any of our students in the water without dive computer on.
Yeah.
So we teach them to use the dive computer from day one.
Yeah.
Even in the pool, even though they might not look at it, they've still got it on. One of my instructors said to me once, he always records any time he's underwater breathing compressed gas. Because you never know what can happen.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you've got proof of you've been underwater for X amount of time at X depth, there's a log somewhere of that.
Yeah.
We show the students, you know, and they all get the same way. They all be in the water with a dive console as part of the setup. and we show them as part of diving. If you look at that, we show them how to push the buttons to plan a dive using the dive computer and what have you. But I just kind of think that maybe there should be something, you know, where you can then take that further. Because like people don't always have sheer waters and ratios and what have you.
Yeah, it is good to show the correlation between what a square profile dive is versus what you get on the computer, because it's real time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Not everyone has access to the same computers. We use sheer waters in the center because that's what we use for tech diving. But there are many different ones if you want something really basic, and a pretty decent one. Mara's Puck, Sunto Zoop. They're all tried and tested computers that thousands of divers use every day, and we all do roughly the same kind of diving on them.
Yeah.
And they're good entry level, affordable products. Yeah. Because, you know, sometimes, you know, getting all the kit is, you know, expensive, and people can look at these higher models and think, oh, it's just, you know, out of my budget. So you can dive affordably.
Yes, you can. Yeah, for sure. And there's no harm in getting secondhand kit. Get it tested, get it serviced. 9 times out of 10 it comes back. There's no problems.
Yeah.
It just made me laugh because I was talking to somebody at Stony the other week about his secondhand dry suit. And he didn't tell me it was secondhand at first, but he was telling me, I won't mention the brand, but he said to me that he was complaining. He was very, what's the word? Forthright. Don't say aggressive. He wasn't aggressive, but very, you know, and very frustrated by his dry suit. It's leaking and it doesn't fit him. And he want to complain to the manufacturer about his dry suit. It's letting him down. He's getting soaking wet. And then he said mid-conversation, you know, that he bought it secondhand. And I was like, oh, so that was actually cut and designed for somebody else, not you. And quite a big guy as well. And he said to me, well, how much weight do you lead do you carry? And I told him, he said, well, I'm up to about 15 kilo and I still can't get under with this. And he pointed to this guy who's literally half his size and said, he's only got 8. I said, but yeah, his suit is completely different to your suit. And not being funny, you're quite a big guy as well. That's why he only needs a little bit of weight and you need quite a bit. But you're also talking about your suit is leaking as well. So yeah.
Comes
You're
back.
right. Some secondhand stuff, you know, works, and but some things just you got to get it right, haven't you, and get them serviced.
Tested and serviced. Yeah.
Definitely get your kit serviced.
So, a question for you. Is what advice would you have for new divers? So somebody's going to come along. They're gone, Jimmy, this diving business. I've been thinking about doing it. I've got absolutely no kit, nothing. I've never been underwater before. What are you going to tell them?
My advice would be to try several different types of kit, from BCD to backplate and wing. Try different masks, see which fits. Try different styles of fins, because some people will enjoy a split fin compared to a jet fin. So try things. If you've got the opportunity to go to a dive center and rent it, borrow it, you've got friends, try and dive it before you go and buy it for yourself, and it might not be what you want. I've been in that situation where I bought kit that wasn't right for me. But you buy it because there is nowhere to go and try it. And initial bits of kit to buy, I would say a mask, because not everyone likes spitting in someone else's mask. You never know.
They don't. Can't believe that. All friends on the dive boat.
And I would speak to the diver and just say that after you finish your open water course, if that's what you're going to do, let's sit down and see where you want to go with your diving. If you want to stay recreational diving, great. These are the computers I would recommend. If you're even thinking about going a bit further on, these are the computers. And if you're really adamant that you're going to go down the rebreather road, this is the list of computers.
Yeah.
And kind of put them to give them a range of, well, this is here and now. This is potentially a little bit in the future. This is foolproof of I can do anything with this. I bought a computer that wasn't right for me. I think I did 38 dives and jumped to sheer water. So always knew that I was going to either go down the open circuit trimix road or the rebreather road, and that's all I had in my mind was I need a computer that does that. Yeah. And it was between the Eon Steel and the Perdix 2, and the Perdix 1.
My first one was an Oceanic one, and so is that what it's called? I'm not sure. Might be called that. Might be called something else. But anyway, and looked nice, but issues, and that became a problem. And then I bought a Sunto. Other dive computers are available, and it again looked really nice on my wrist, but in dark waters, you have to keep pushing buttons to get the damn thing to light up. And do you know how annoying that gets? And especially when you're like somewhere like Stony Cove or wherever, and you're just like, I can't see the damn thing. You don't realize how annoying that is, where you have to try and fiddle these buttons to try and get the thing to light up because you're no longer 25. I need a bit of help to see. And
yeah, I had it from a student the other day. We lent him a sheer water, and he had his dive computer. We were doing some work at depth and showing the difference between air and nitrox. And the only thing he could remember was the sheer water lit up when his didn't.
Yeah. And that's, they're important bits that you
little things.
Yeah, tiny things, but they're so important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So one of our other questions is, through your diving journey, is there any one kind of life lesson or nugget that you've held strong with you and preach about?
It's probably not a diving life lesson, but travel. See as much of the world as you can.
Yeah.
I've been fortunate. I've been to about 20% of the world. No, it doesn't sound a lot, but there's so much out there to go and see. And it feels like at the moment we just live through a screen. But yeah, go out, explore as much as you can for as long as you can.
Yeah. And you're right with, the social media side, people just look at their phones, they're on the laptops, and now we have AI, really coming very much more prominent. You think, where's the world going to go? And yeah, when you say you can literally just jump on a plane or go out into the, countryside, that is...
And cheap as well. Travel's cheap now, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can jump on a flight for potentially £50 return. And
I think that's affected our diving in the UK. Andrew up at the Farns was telling us about how he's been struggling with numbers up there this year. And I think when you compare travel costs in the UK, fuel, then hire the boat and everything else, and you can fly to somewhere like Malta, return for about 80 quid plus tax and carriage and stuff. It's dirt cheap.
Yeah. We've noticed that as well. Some of our divers don't want to travel down to the south coast at the risk of booking a hotel, it being blown out, and not knowing whether they're going to be able to cancel the hotel in time. When you can, like you said, jump on a plane and almost guarantee the weather.
And we've got places, we've got Malta, even Spain's got diving. Canary Islands, good diving, and Greece. And, they're all got 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, and you're, from land to land. And
yeah, I mean, there's even a Zenobia-sized wreck in Ibiza.
Is it?
really?
Yeah, it's called the Dom Pedro. I went out for a few days earlier this summer to try and get a dive on it to try and recce it for the future. But it's 25 to the top and about 47 to the bottom, 140 something meters long.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's an unheard of wreck that not many people know about. Sunk in 2007. And again, it's a place that you don't associate with diving.
No.
Wow.
No.
And you get to club it in the meantime as well.
Exactly. Some nice beaches, some nice food.
Nice nightlife. Yeah.
I do love the Greek food as well, I have to say.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's one thing that I am looking forward to. Some nice souvlakis.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I love
Nice,
it.
healthy
A
stuff.
gyros.
Oh, yes.
Make me feel hungry thinking about
Yeah, don't.
it. So what gets you out of your comfort zone?
Where's my questions? There they are. Taking my hobby that I loved and turning it into a business. That has really taken me out of my comfort zone. Yeah.
Have you found the manufacturers? Have they been open, welcoming you as a new part of sales with open arms and responsive and fired up?
Yeah. So being SSI, we got Mares on board, which is good. We also use Techline, and we use X Deep wings. So all our school wings are embroidered with the logo on.
Nice.
So we can easily identify our divers, whether in the water or out of the water. And we're now waiting to see what happens with Aqualung and Apex after the takeover from Head Sports. AP are on board with us. We are an AP dealer as well, and we're a real diving dealer. So we've got access to Santee, Suex, and the Avatar.
It's good variety then.
And Narc, don't you?
We're not too far from Narc, actually.
Yeah.
We were up there helping John out a few weeks ago. He was looking for a rebreather head. To measure up.
Yeah, well, it's good to have that kind of technical expertise as well, right on the doorstep as well. Yeah,
the guys up at Narc are fantastic. One of our dive computers failed earlier this year. Put it back through the system. It went to Narc, and they did a sterling job on it.
Yeah. See, listeners, we say it, don't we? Time and time again, and and it's great that you further proof at how good that company is, and they are brilliant. Hence why we like having them on board.
Yeah, another satisfied customer. Yeah, that's all good. So another one of our questions: if you could take 3 people underwater into the underwater world, past, present, there can be divers, non-divers, who would you take and why?
So I had to think about this one. I kind of got 4, but it's in 3 parts. So I'd love to go diving with Jacques Cousteau, particularly when he was discovering the wrecks in Truk. I'd love to see the wrecks as he found them, and know what he took for scientific
He
purposes.
did Britannic on air.
I know he did the Britannic on air. Obviously, everyone heard the rumor that he took the Bell, but I think Simon's disproving that as we speak. But yeah, he found most of the wrecks in Truk. He is the pioneer of scuba diving. It would have been incredible to see the Lagoon back in the late 60s when he first went there.
Yeah, and what the marine life would have been like as well, because it probably would be a little bit different to today.
Yeah, completely different. The second one would be to have another dive with one of my friends, DJ. Unfortunately, we lost him a couple of years ago in a diving accident. So it'd be nice to have a dive with him again. And then my parents. Neither of them dive, but they love all the photos that we take and we show them. And she thinks me and my buddies from Cyprus are pretty stupid. We've got a few stories of dives that we've done that we probably shouldn't have done.
Yeah. Not once to tell your
still do it,
parents,
that's the main
really.
thing.
No, but these things happen.
Yeah. Yeah, and your parents, obviously will always care, a lot more as well. So
Yeah. Neither of them being divers, it's one thing if I could show them how good it is, it might change they might then take it on board and give it a go. But
no, good answers.
Yeah, good. Okay, last question. So we're going to give you a billboard. We're going to give you a billboard that you can put whatever you like on it. It can be a video, a picture, statement, whatever you like, but the whole world is going to see it. It's your space to put that message out. What are you going to put on it and why?
I probably have to spread the word at how important the seas are to our existence. And try and change the misconception that sharks are these big, scary creatures that are just there to eat us. They're not. We're in their habitat. They are inquisitive to us, but they're also as scared of us as we are of them. They don't want to interfere with us. And we just need to protect the seas as much as we can, because without the seas, we can struggle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, very true. Good. So, yeah, no, very good. So if people want to find out more about you, your dive centre and, the expedition to the Britannic, where are the best places for them to look at you, make contact?
So website is divewithjimmy.com. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and we're just about to launch a TikTok page. There won't be any dancing. Or you can contact me via email, WhatsApp, or if you see us up at a dive site, come and say hi. We will be at the Go Diving Show 2026, exhibiting in the British Isles stand.
Great.
And for people that are local to Bedford, we'll hopefully be at the Bedford River Festival in the summer.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's really good. So you've got lots coming up, and it's great that you're exposing out at the Go Diving Show.
Yeah, have a presence there.
Yeah. No, it's all about sharing and communicating to that dive community out there and making it sort of bigger and stronger.
Yeah. Yes, we're a dive centre, but we are for divers. Without divers connecting together and collaborating, we might struggle to grow the sport and grow the industry.
Yeah, and I think that's really important at the moment as well. It's not I don't think it's a growing community, and we have to bring the youngsters and keep them and keep that consistency, that they want to stay within the diving sport as well.
Definitely.
Well, and diving, free diving, snorkeling, it's that it's all one umbrella as well. It's it all helps.
Anything to do with being in or under the water. There's a big movement in Asia. They certify around 20,000 free divers a year. For them, it's a lifestyle rather than a sport. They have pools that are dedicated to free diving, with breathing techniques that go in with it.
Well, we had our previous episode was with Jo Mosley. So she's renowned for stand-up paddleboarding, but she's a diver as well. But she was saying that she has looked into free diving, and it's got this kind of it's quite good for the older generation to try free diving, and has health benefits as well. So
okay, didn't know that. I was a bit skeptical, but someone said go and do your instructor course, and then come back and tell us what you think. if I'm not diving, so when we've got our pool nights, if I'm not teaching or diving, then I'll be free diving in the pool.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and that's something that's accessible to everybody. There's no equipment to get, you just need a wetsuit basically, or even a swimsuit if you're going to do it in the pool. And yeah, you can, that could be your first taster.
Yeah, definitely. Set of fins, a mask, snorkel, and that's you're off.
Yeah.
And we've got some good places that we can go and free dive. We can go down to Raysbury, we can go up to Spring Lakes. These are all places that we can go and utilize and reap these benefits.
We even saw free divers in the Farne Islands this year.
Yeah.
That's the first that we've seen. Yeah, there was a whole gang of them.
Yeah. Well, I think some of them were spearfishing, weren't there?
Yeah.
I think it's growing in the UK. I really do. I don't think it's hit its peak here, so more people are finding out about it.
Yeah, so we've covered a lot in this conversation, tech diving right through to recreational, snorkeling and free diving. So yeah,
Absolutely
it just shows what everything is out there, and there's all the agencies that have that involvement with all those levels as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been great catching up with you, Jimmy, and
great to speak to you both.
You've done well, because that's a tough sport, and you started something from the scratch, which in any business, that's not an easy thing to do. So well done, and keep going, keep doing it, and that's really good.
Thank you. We'll keep pushing. We're not going anywhere.
Good.
No, that's great. Well, thank you for being on the BiG Scuba podcast.
Thanks for having me.
And that was James Soos. Thank you for coming on. Thanks for giving us your time. That was really good. Good catch up. Second time round, I think. He was the first person to come back, I think.
No, we've spoken to a few people.
Have we?
A few times, like Christina, Kevin.
Oh, of course. Yes, Christina, yes.
Yeah, but I think he might be our first UK person. So his previous episode was 139. So if you want to hear about James's scuba diving journey, how he started, military diver, then definitely go back to 139. And then, come back to this one. And
he has done a lot. When you look at the stuff on his website, and there's a lot. So if you're a new diver or just looking to increase your own diving career, I think apart from saturation, I think there's just about everything on there you need to do. HSE, I suppose that's the other thing I suppose he doesn't do yet, but just about everything else, servicing, technical diving, having a go at a rebreather. Hello.
That's AI. That's my work phone. It did it in the middle of the night the other night, and I'm thinking, what the heck?
Do you want to turn your work phone off? It sounds like it's three of us again.
It's weird. It's done that now. And
spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky. Anyway, so really good conversation. Lots covered in the chat. And if you've got any questions for Jimmy or us, let's have them. We like them. Any feedback? Do you agree with things that we talked about? Maybe you don't. Let's have the debate.
Yeah, we always like to be challenged, and that makes a conversation wider. And
be nice, but challenge us. That's good. We like it.
It's all about making this diving community bigger, stronger, and closer. And
I think that's the aim of the game, isn't it? Whatever means, whatever means it is that we need to get people to come into the sport and stay, because it's win-win for everybody, not just the new people, but for everyone else. Because with everyone else, we need the manufacturers, the diving agencies, we need the dive lakes to stay open, and everything else. It's a scary thought when you see the BSAC membership falling down like that. It's not good. And I say BSAC, chances are that's probably the same on all the other agencies as well. So, whatever we can do to encourage more people into dive and keep the UK diving alive.
Yeah, and it's great we've spoken about different dive locations as well, because people can get very blinkered into they're only going to one dive location and that is the only dive location. But
we mentioned Stony Cove a lot and probably Gildenburg because they're near to us, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
And we're not taking nothing away from the other dive sites. We've done most of them, and everyone's been really helpful. We've enjoyed a dive in there and everything else, and each one offers something different.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. And it's good to hear about any new dive locations. So if you're listening, particularly in the UK, if you've tried a dive site that we've not mentioned before, then, let us know. And, we'll quite happily try it out and give
One
it
of
a
the ones
review.
on our horizon is Nîmes. And people think, where's Nîmes? Nîmes is in Kent, near like the Medway River. It's in that area near the St Andrews Lake, as well as all in that little collective area. It was a man-made quarry where they took cement from years ago, and it's now a dive lake. So look that up. Nîmes, or it goes as nda-scuba.com. So Nîmes Diving and Water Sports.
And that one James just mentioned, what was it, Water Swallows? Not heard of that one.
Yeah,
So
I've
we'll
not heard of that either.
Yeah, there are websites out there like Finstrokes, but I don't know how up to date that
That's
is
not
these
particularly
days.
up to date, that
No,
Finstrokes.
no. So, come on, tell us about dive locations and then we can talk about them and try them and, get the word out there.
Yeah, because I love Stony Cove. It's really good. They've got great facilities, great team. If there's any problem, the team are there. So I'm not saying this in any way to take anything away from Stony Cove at all. It's brilliant. But you get a bit fed up seeing the same parts of the lakes and stuff like that. And I like going there. I see it with open waters and stuff. It's lovely going trying a different lake, and it's exploring something new, isn't it? And I don't think you ever quite replace that newness feeling, don't you? When you go
No, that's right. And it is just great, jumping in and seeing, something new.
Yeah.
It's good having that option. So, and it's great. James mentioned Narked at 90, who are the podcast sponsors. And he's had great service from them in terms of servicing dive computers and rebreather issues as well.
Yeah. And, a tried and tested customer, don't take our word for it. There you go. You got his review.
Yeah.
And just be clear, we were talking about inland lakes. We know about diving around the UK on the sea and stuff like that. So you can't replace.
No, exactly. So we're an island nation, the UK. So we've got plenty of diving around on our coastline, but obviously we have lots of different weather as well. So
do we? And that's often the way that ruins things, doesn't it? It's the blooming weather gets involved.
Oh, look at today. It was sunny 1 minute, raining 1 minute, monsoon like rain.
I know. You want to be a gardener on a day like today.
Yeah, so great for ducks. That's all I can say.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think that kind of covers everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, so remember there's over 200 episodes in our back catalogue to listen to, all types of divers, people connected to the watery world. So go back and have a peruse and let us know what you've listened to. And if you've got any diver guest recommendations or recommendations of people connected to the water in any way, then point them in our direction.
Yes, Gemma, if they've got a story to tell, raise your hand with the class, let us know. And make contact like so many others have done.
Yeah, we're always there on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We've kind of started again, and we've got a website and we've got our emails as well.
We're not going to become TikTokers, are we?
Well, we've got to be out there, so it's a
TikToker.
But definitely keep in touch with us on our social media. Drop us a DM, and we'll always respond straight away.
And if you see the flag, come say hello, because there'll be a free gift for you if you come and say hello. So there we go.
Definitely. Yeah. And we've always got lots of discounts on different things like paddleboard, fourth element we deal with. So there's always
Yeah.
little incentives to look at our website and see what offers we've got going at any time.
Always got something to save a shilling. And let's talk reviews. Leave us a review, a 5-star review, wherever you leave us, wherever you download us, and that will help your dive buddy find us.
Exactly.
So there we
Yeah.
are.
So I think we've covered the whole caboodle there.
We have. So on that note, that was
the BiG Scuba Podcast.